Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK, and welcome to 9 Episode 3. Had a little bit of a break between Episode 2 and 3, but as I did promise, here we are with Episode 3 as I will try to see this series through to the end, wherever the end may be. But Episode 3 here seems to follow a character that I was originally not really looking forward to, exploring and learning more about, but after Episode 2, my mind was changed. I'm actually a little optimistic for this one, to learn a little bit more about Haruka Kosaka, I believe is her name, as it says it down there in the lower left. Totally was not looking at it as I, pronounced it and said it and all that. But anyways, welcome back, guys. I remember a whole lot of nothing from Episode 2, except for that very interesting cliffhanger that we got at the end, with our best friend character being a little bit more than a best friend character all of a sudden. He seems to be connected to, the big answers of which we seek in regards to everything. It also seems that Sophie is also not all that trustworthy. I don't think, you know what? I think I was a little too trustworthy of Sophie in the previous episode, which was a definite mistake on my part, but we live and we learn, right? But without further ado, I say we jump in. Actually, no, there's a couple things I need to bring up, or more like one. But as we jump into this Let's Play, this is going to be a little different from the previous two Let's Plays of the two previous episodes, obviously. So I try to aim for like 40 to 50 minute long sessions. However, the end results of these sessions will probably be shorter, as going forward with my anonymous code playthrough, which I started a month ago, I am cutting some parts out of my sessions. So it's going to be a little random, and also parts where there isn't a whole lot of commentary or reactions. They're just going to be completely cut out. I don't know what the end results of my episodes will be. Or my videos. They might be shorter than others. It sort of just depends on how much I cut out. And that's just going to be a thing going forward. No playthrough is safe from this method. It's just how it is. I hope that you guys can understand, and let us jump in. Excited to get right back into it. Turn on the protagonist's voice. Yes. As we've always had it. I don't remember that ever being a prompt. That was a little weird. Scarcely half a month has passed since the new term began and I became a second year, and yet this has been perhaps the most eventful 15 days of my entire life. Yeah, let's see where this plops us into, because I know episode 2 was post the, I don't know, festival thing? Whatever they did for that shitty anime. Then there was also that fire, so that was also post all of that. And I think maybe learning about the whole powers and everything, maybe? I really don't remember. So where will this plop us in? It all started at the festival. Okay, so it was a festival. A while back, there was this anime called Mobius Ring, The Cycle of Reincarnation. The town I live in, Shiromitsugawa, helped sponsor it as a way of promoting tourism to the area. The show had some convoluted plot based off of local folklore, and it left a big impression on a small group of dedicated fans. But most people regarded it as one of those oddball shows that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Though it went down in anime history as a complete failure, there's a lot of those nowadays, it's unclear whether the bigwigs behind the regional sponsorship deal are clueless to that fact or simply aren't willing to admit it. It's been 2 years since the anime aired, and so we had the second annual Mobius Festival, a ham-fisted attempt to get some mileage out of the anime despite the local residents' overwhelming opposition to going through the cringe-worthy event a second time. Unfortunately, an earthquake happened right as things were getting started, putting an abrupt end to the festivities. This is actually a really nice thing that we're doing here because, like I said, I don't remember shit, so this is perfect. This is really setting the tone and helping me get my memories back as to what the fuck happened. To make matters worse, the earthquake shattered the namesake treasure of the Shrine of the White Serpent's relic, a location featured prominently in the anime, and also the site of the festival. And this is really where everything starts to go wrong. As a result, a gate opened between our world and a parallel dimension. I wish I was joking, but no, that really happened. Okay, so we've already witnessed this, cool. After that, we found a statue that turned out to be a petrified human, and that was the start of my surreal half-month. Okay, so this also happened. The next major incident was when one of the students from my school, Hakusen Academy, set the building ablaze using some strange power. During the fray, my classmate, Miyako Kujo, thank God we're getting the names back, in my head I was like, come on, I have to know this. I've forgotten everybody's name, even the main character, but I remember Sora. So she used some kind of superpower to extinguish the source of the flames. And if that all wasn't crazy enough, one of the residents of this parallel world, Sophie, how do you pronounce her name? Sophicia? Well, we call her Sophie. Do you actually do like a sh noise with the T and the I and the A? I don't know. But she showed up at my house. After seeing so many crazy things, all I could do was believe the story she told me. Which could be, you know, a bad thing, but whatever. It appeared that all of these incidents had been caused by powerful objects known as artifacts. They spilled into our world from Sophie's, but they look like ordinary jewelry. They grant their wielders immense power, but are also liable to drive them insane. Not even Sophicia? Let's go with that. You know what? Her full name sounds better than Sophie. So she knows how many artifacts have, or she doesn't know how many artifacts have found their way into our world. We still haven't caught the murderer behind the petrification incidents, who we now know who that is, and there's a real possibility that other malicious users with no reservations about utilizing their power might pop up. If that happens, there will be even more innocent victims. Worse, if other villains appear, they might spur the user of the evil eye to commit even greater atrocities. I have teamed up with Kujo to catch the culprit, and our first course of action has been to look for trustworthy users to win over to our cause. How's that going? I figured searching for allies would take time, but to my surprise, we found another user pretty easily. It's our sister. Turns out my sister Sora, of all people, is a user too. That was a really weird, like, little hiccup there. I'm gonna have to look back on that when I'm editing. I never expected someone that close to me that would be wrapped up in all of this. Getting another comrade so quickly was kinda anticlimactic, really. Anyway, after recruiting my sister, we started checking the fan forums for the Mobius Ring anime to see if any real users had been posting there. Eventually, we ran across someone who looked like they fit the bill. All right, we are really jumping ahead here, which is nice. I didn't want to have to go through all like the preliminary stuff again. Haruka Kosaka, the third year from my school, who's always surrounded by a harem of dudes. Her popularity's unnatural, and her overbearing, regal demeanor is pretty similar to this person called Queen of Eden that we found on the forums. We thought there was a pretty good chance that she was another user, so we decided to investigate her. Unfortunately, things did not go quite as planned. Sora, whose ability is perfect for covert ops, offered to tail Kosaka for us, but then she got caught by Kosaka's comrades. Okay, so this is episode 2 stuff right here. They introduced themselves as Rig Veda and invited us to join their organization. So the one on the left is the culprit. She is the user of the evil eye amongst user of other shit. So that's cool. But then this guy in the middle, I think he might be the same way to a degree. Like he also has some crazy shit going on, but we didn't really see too much of him. And then on the right is the star of this episode. Their leader is a guy called Commander, and his goal is to create a paradise for users. He said that in order to achieve that goal, he was willing to kill if necessary. Naturally, there was no way I would cooperate with a guy like that, so I refused his invitation. He did not like that one bit.
そうか。ならば、君たちは敵だな。
He did say that. I can confirm that. Yeah, see, he's got that weird eye shit going on. And thus, he declared war on us. It was a dicey situation. None of our artifacts were suited for fighting. Yeah, because main character over here doesn't have shit, or he doesn't know what his shit is, but he supposedly has something. Kujo can steal or borrow something, and then Sora can, I guess, go into hiding if she isn't already caught. But we couldn't afford to let a man as dangerous as Commander run free. Just as we'd resolved to fight,
踏みせぬ者は暴力で排除する。野蛮な思考。それで新人類とは呆れるわね。
Okay, now this character, whose name I have also forgotten, I also got a little bit more appreciative in the previous episode by, working with us instead of trying to go solo on everything. An unexpected ally appeared. 9 Balls Parfait Queen Noayuki? That's her name. Noayuki. Turns out that she was a user, and just like us, she didn't agree with Rig Veda's ideals or methods. She engaged Commander in the most cringy power level debate I have ever seen. Yeah, they're both like really chuny to a degree, especially her. She is most definitely a little on the chuny side. Yeah, there we go. The ridiculous chuny argument helped dispel the tension between our two groups though, and Rig Veda left without a fight.
夜道には気をつけろよ、お兄ちゃん。
That was the parting remark one of Rig Veda's members left for me as she departed. Yeah, she's the real evil one, honestly. Like, she goes far and beyond. Unwilling to be outdone on the chuny scale, Yuki went on to create the Valhalla Society to fight Rig Veda, and we ended up becoming a part of it. We're pretty certain the Evil Eyes user, the one who turned that poor girl to stone, is one of Rig Veda's members. As a fellow user, it is my responsibility to stop them. My resolve renewed, and I go to bed. But haha, funny part is we still don't know what our shit is, and what if we don't even have anything ever? Like what if what we were told by Sophie was all just a big fat lie?
忘れ物はないかな。
And the thing is, Sophie is also known, if I recall correctly, to leave out details unless they are, well, far beyond needing to know. Sora rifles through her bag. Is she still doing this sleepover thing? It's the day after our run-in with Rig Veda. Sora must have felt bad about getting caught, since she had looked pretty despondent last night. It probably didn't help that Ghost threatened her like that either. Hell, I'm still pissed off about that too. The good big brother vibes are still there, perfect. But right now, we need to be careful. There is no telling when those guys might try and attack us.
よし、完璧!
Okay, the voice volume's a lot louder than I remember it being. Sora closes her bag and gets to her feet.
いや、早く遅刻するよ。
Yeah, I definitely have the voice volume a little loud, so I guess that is another thing I should bring up. I did lower the music volume slightly. Everything else should be, like, normal, I think. But, oh well, I guess I'm really bad at, like, trying to keep things consistent. Okay, that is H scene background. That is H scene background. No, stop. We don't need to. Let's stop that, please. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Where is... Oh, you know what? Voice volume. I never actually adjusted the fucking voice volume. Hold on a moment. Okay, so funny part. I guess I just don't have like a screenshot from either episode 1 or 2 that shows what percentage I put the voice volume to, so we are winging it. But yeah, that was literally one thing that I forgot, was adjusting the voice volume.
まだそんなに遅くないだろう。
急ぎたくないじゃん。準備できてるならもう行こうよ。
But I think this is perfect. I changed it from 90 to 70, and I think we are good.
はいはい。
Oh, classic Michael. Urged on by Sora, I sling my bag over my shoulder and head to the front door.
行くよ行くよ。
おい、わかったって。
Hey, cool, I'm getting a scam call. Love those. Sora grabs me by the arm and pulls me outside before I even have time to finish putting my shoes on. What a very eventful recording session to start here.
いい天気
なんだよ、くっつくなよ。
いいじゃん照れんなよ
I think she did the same thing in episode 2 where she was acting like this after our meeting with Rig
今
Veda.
小声でなんつったおい
I disentangle myself from Sora and we start walking to school. It looks like she's still not over the events of yesterday, and now I'm the one who has to suffer for it. She hasn't left my side since waking up. She even tried to go to the bathroom with me, talk about moronic.
お昼買ってくよね
あ
私の分も買っ
あ、わない。
くそ
Damn, okay, cool. Alright. We stop by the convenience store and grab some sandwiches and drinks. Even though we left home early, we still run into the one person I really didn't want to see. Oh, but we have to see her in this one.
おっと
So, if you guys don't recall, and I'm sure you all do, I'm the one that fails to recall anything. Her power is like a split personality thing. And, well, I don't know if that's like a part of her power, but with her power does come this, like, I guess, pulling people in, hypnotism of some sort. I don't really remember the specifics. I don't think it's necessarily hypnotism, but she can put people under a spell of some sort. Sora stops in her tracks. Kosaka senpai is standing in the middle of the sidewalk as though she's waiting for someone. Probably us. Yeah, this also happened in episode 2, I think. For once, she doesn't have her boy toys with her.
行くぞ。
あ
There's no point in standing around glaring at each other. I also feel like we'd be giving in if we detoured around her, so I decided to just walk straight past her. As we brush by, Kosaka senpai looks like she wants to say something to us, but I only spare her a brief glance, so I can't be sure. Chalking it up to my imagination, I resolutely keep going. However, Kosaka senpai runs to catch up with us. She dashes past us and silently waits a short distance ahead. She's looking straight at us. But I keep pretending I'm imagining things and walk past her again. That's that Chad behavior. Undeterred, she runs past us once more, and this time she meets my gaze. She even looks like she's gathering her courage to say something.
なんすかね
Maybe to talk to us?
俺たちに用がある。
Yeah.
声かけ
Come on now.
た方がいいんでしょうか
そうしないと延々と繰り返すことになりそうだな。
Sighing, we stop in front of Kosaka senpai.
なんか用っすか。
Okay, we don't have to talk like that. We're just gonna scare her away. Kosaka senpai averts her gaze and takes a few steps back. You're the one who wanted to talk to us, so what's with the wimpy attitude? Well, I guess I am acting a bit confrontational. Right now, she's in her timid personality, not her empress one. I take a deep breath to calm myself and then ask her again.
何か用があるんですよね。
え
What was that all about? She steps up to Sora, pushes something into her hands, and runs off. What is with that girl?
え何
手紙か？
あうんぽい
Okay, you know what? I remember this too. This is all correlating with episode 2.
一瞬俺も思っちゃったけど、なわけないよな。
兄やんあげて
なんでだよ。
カミソリとか入ってたら怖い
What is that going to do? It's not going to do anything to you.
さすがにそんな陰湿なことしないだろ
It is always the quiet ones when you think about it, though.
ちょっと私連絡取ってみる
Oh wait, we have to stop her? Why would we stop her? This was actually a good thing that we did in episode 2.
う。いや、やっぱり俺が代わりに連絡する。
But I guess we have to like divert things in such a way in which we get closer to her more than anyone else.
別に大丈夫だと思うけどな
でも不安はあるだろ
But I don't know why that had to be a choice. Like they could have just, unless we're gonna have that situation like we did in episode 1 where we have to go through the entirety of the fucking game again in order to make things right. Or I guess in episode 2 where we just make one other choice than the one that does lead you down the bad route. It's just, there's gonna be another choice that pops up.
まあ
う。だから俺がする。
じゃあお願いしよっかな
ああ。
い へへ、シスコンね。心配性だな、兄やんは。
心配しちゃ悪いか。
真面目に返されるのは
Yeah, wait, why are we not fighting against that?
昨日あんなことがあったばかりだしな。心配してねえよバーカとか言ってる場合じゃないだろ。
へへ。じゃ、お願いします。
ああ。
We do see a much better side out of our main character with episode 2, I do have to say. Like episode 1, he was like, just regular main character vibes, he just wants some pussy, that's okay. Who doesn't? But in episode 2, we definitely see a more caring side for his friends and his family. So, yeah, my perspective's a little different on a little bit of everything after episode 2. That was definitely a good one. A good changing point here for the series, I'd say. I take the letter from Sora and slip it into my pocket. Even if Kosaka-senpai was the only one who tried to help Sora, she still agreed to join a group that condones murder. That's something I can't overlook. If I remember correctly, that is sort of because she didn't know about that, and her thoughts kind of like move towards like, oh wait, no, I gotta get out of this now, after that whole confrontation. It was a little much. Her apology might not be sincere. I won't know for sure until I talk to her. I mean, we all know.
めっちゃシリアスな顔してる。
気にすんな。行くぞ。
ニーニー、実は結構あの人たちにキレてる？
ああ。
Well, yeah, who wouldn't be? Imagine your sister was held captive, was caught and held captive, I think is what I was trying to say, by a bunch of wannabe goons that are potentially murderers, or wannabe murderers, basically the bad guys. Like, who would not be pissed off in a situation like that?
シスコンね。あ、ダメだ。冗談通じないレベルでガチギレしてる。私が言うのもなんだ
At least she's acknowledging that they're dumb jokes.
さっきみたいにいきなり喧嘩腰はダメだよ。先輩だけほんと優しかったから、ほんと。
わかった。気をつけるよ。
絶対だよ。ニーヤンが危ない目に遭うのも嫌だし、クールにね。
わかった。
Sighing, I relax my tense expression a bit. Really, there is no point in me getting pissed. I don't even know what my artifact does, and I'm stuck relying on everyone else to bail me out. It would be lame if I let my anger get the better of me and land me in hot water. I gotta wonder, will we ever learn about his artifact? Like, I kind of want somebody in the comments to tell me, but at the same time, I want to be left in suspense. I've got to be as calm as possible when talking to Kosaka-senpai. I need to start showing Sora I can be a reliable older brother. I feel like this is going to be a really terrible confrontation. This is going to suck ass.
数学の宿題プリント回収しますよ。
As homeroom drones on, I take my phone out under the desk and surreptitiously glance at the screen. I've already added Kosaka-senpai's ID to my contacts so I can message her anytime. Honestly, there's no real need to rush, but I want to put Sora's worries to rest as soon as possible. That being said, I have no idea what message I should send. Sora did say not to be too confrontational, so... Got it. Oh god, what are we gonna say? Good morning, I'm Sora's brother. I realize you want to apologize to Sora, but she's still a little worried about talking to you, so I'm contacting you in her stead. That's a good enough introduction, I think. It is nice, and I think also to the point. Wait, this is still pretty confrontational, isn't it? I'm basically saying I don't trust her. What is a nicer way of saying this? I'm sorry for being so aggressive this morning. Thank you for trying to help Sora last night. If I add that, it sounds nicer, right? Yeah, I mean, you're kind of seeing that she is trying to apologize, and we're kind of, not necessarily fully accepting it, but we are acknowledging her apology and what she was trying to do. Fuck, now I just sound like I'm a syscon. Whatever. Let's just hit send. Who cares what anyone thinks? Barely a second after I tap send, the message read checkmark shows up. Kosaka-senpai must have been staring at her phone this whole time, waiting for a message. Her reply comes almost instantly. Good morning, this is Haruka Kosaka. I'm sorry, I should have realized that she'd still be wary of me. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made such a shameless request. It's not a shameless request, and like I said, things went in a much better direction in episode 2, with Sora accepting the apology and spending time with her. That's 2 I'm sorries in 2 sentences. It was? It was? Good morning. I'm sorry. I should have realized. I'm sorry. Well, not to us. I'm kind of feeling guilty for doubting her now. She sends a follow-up message while I'm still trying to figure out how to reply. I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I couldn't stop those 2. Even though I wanted to, all I could do was worry. That's strange. Something about her phrasing catches my attention. She said that she couldn't stop them. Does that mean... I quickly type out a reply. Could it be that you actually don't like those guys that much? Like before, she reads it right away, and that is actually the truth. Like I said earlier, she probably didn't realize what kind of group that she had gotten herself into, and after seeing that confrontation, well, yeah, she wants out. But this time there's no reply. But maybe she's also uncertain what she thinks of them. I think that might be the situation. Miss Naruse stacks up the worksheets that she collected, then leaves the classroom. Once she's gone, the students start chatting with each other. There's only 5 minutes until first period. I guess it's probably better to continue my conversation with Senpai during lunch or after school. And there he is. The main villain. Well, I don't know if he's the main villain, but he is definitely a bad guy. I can't believe I'm saying it, but yeah, he definitely pulled the rug over us, didn't he? Or from under us. And then he like whacked us with it. Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but at the same time, I felt like there had to be more with Yoichi after just those past 2 episodes. Like, they kept trying to involve him a little bit here and there. Episode 1 with the more chill shit. Episode 2 with, like, literally throwing him into it. And, what do you know? Yeah, he's definitely up there. He knows more than us.
どこに？
スマホばっかいじってるから聞き逃すんだよ。今日は視聴覚室でするんだってさ。1時間目。
よくわからんドキュメンタリーとか見るんかな。
かもね。早く行こうよ。
わかった。
This is different. At first I thought we could be friends, but after what happened last night, I'm a little scared of them. Yeah, that fits. I thought it might be something like that. This changes everything. I guess nothing happened today. Oh, okay, so this is the... Okay, so this is the meeting after school. I kind of remember something like this going on, but we were kind of waiting more on Sora, I think? I don't know, I can't remember.
仲間に誘おうと。
ああ。
お願いします。
I am still slightly a bit of a Kujo stan, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. Kujo runs off to take a customer's order. I sip the soda that I order while Sora gives me a puzzled look.
今朝あんなに怒ってたのに、仲間に誘おうなんて言うと思わなかった。
Well, things change. You know, we got a little bit more context.
嘘じゃないなら、だけどな。
それならやっぱ私が連絡したかったな。
Absolutely. I think it makes more sense for Sora to have, you know, initiated some conversation with her instead of us. But, you know, well, the thing is, if I remember correctly, Kosaka said herself that she's just really bad with guys. Guys are the problem, but she can definitely handle girls.
まあ、うん。文面からも申し訳ない感じというか、俺に対する怯えみたいなのは
Yes.
感じましたね。
100%.
喧嘩腰やめろって言ったじゃん。
丁寧なメッセージ送ったって。でもな、なんか。
が。
それも作戦かもしれん。
まあね、なんとも言えないけどね。
Yeah, I can understand to still be suspicious here. We have not learned enough at this point, obviously.
仲間にならないかって？
それはまだ早い。っていうか、別の提案もありだな。
Oh boy.
俺が仲間になる。
What?
リグベーダに俺が潜り込む。
お？
Sora cocks her head, looking at me like I'm crazy. So instead of pull her out, let's pull ourselves in?
何のために？
考えてみたんだよ。先輩がもし俺たちの仲間になったら、あの連中どうなると思う？
Probably revenge or some shit, maybe?
どうなるって。
I mean, they'll have more reason to go after us. We're taking their, you know, their numbers.
裏切りは許さんとかにならないか？
Yeah.
なりそう。
だろ？仲間入り俺たちが断った途端、じゃあ敵だなって襲いかかろうとしてきたやつだ。
だから高坂先輩を裏切らせるんじゃなく、自らが敵の懐に飛び込もうと。
How is that gonna work, though? Like, we kind of, initiated a bit of a war with them already. Like, us, ourselves.
その方が安全な気がするんだよ。
Kakadu, the main man himself.
先輩の人となりを見極めるって意味でもさ。
納得できないでもないけど、私らの目的ってさ、
あ
石化事件の犯人を見つけることでしょ。
あ、だな。
Oh, we'll find out real fucking fast if we actually gain their trust.
それを確かめるためにニーヤンがああいうのと絡むのどうかなって思うわけですよ、私は。
I guess we're also responding to this. Yeah, these are definitely all turning points at in some sort of way. It's the only, why else are we gonna have a choice here? Honestly, the Evil Eyes user is part of Rig Veda. That is true.
いや、魔眼のユーザーバーの中にいる。
Or are these are we initiating the turning points here? Basically turning the gears in different ways in order to really stray off the path of episode 2, which was a really good path, I do have to say.
そうなの？
いる。
どんな？
どんな？ん？
いやだから確信があるんでしょ？
ああ。
根拠っていうか証拠とか見つけたの？
It's just really good intuition.
何言ってんの？大丈夫？ニー大丈夫？
Unless we're getting a little bit of a Steins Gate thing going on here where, events from the other timelines, or at least memories from them, are kind of pouring into us.
なんだろうな。
As we get closer to the truth, we also learn more of the other worlds.
不思議と確信がある。
ちなみに誰なの？
誰？
Yeah, it's like we're just feeding him the fucking answers here.
ゴーストだ。
うわ、言い切った。
I mean, it's some hardcore fucking intuition, I guess. I don't know.
あいつだ。間違いない。
もしかしてようやく目覚めた？
目覚めた。
I think I was talking about this in one of the past 2 episodes that we recorded so far, but with this whole different worlds thing or timelines or whatever the fuck that Sophie is able to kind of jump between herself. I mean, I want to say that Kakadu's power has something to do with creating change by being able to turn the gears into different directions. He's the one that's able to embark change upon a timeline. So if we say, okay, this is the episode 2 timeline, very similar to how episode 1, we went through it and then we had to go through it again in order to get onto a much nicer ending of some sort. We can say that episode 2 didn't have that, but now we're doing what we did in the second half of episode 1. We're going back through, we're changing the gears. I look down at my hand and I clench it into a fist and then open it. Like Kujo and Sora, I'm technically a user, but I have no clue what my power is. According to Sophie, I fit all the criteria for a user, but I don't remember ever getting an artifact. It's actually really been bothering me that I'm the only powerless one in our group. However,
なんか感じるの？こう、ふつふつと湧き出る力的な？
いや、ない。
ないのかよ。
だが、
I curl my fingers into a fist again. There's no special sensation or rush of power. However, I do feel this inexplicable discomfort, like someone's watching me and reading everything I say
俺の無意
aloud.
識の中に確信が眠っているというか。
I swear, it is probably that.
変な表現
And
だ
I'm
けど
telling you guys, I did bring this up before. I swear to you.
自分の
I don't
言葉
remember
に妙に
where
自
or
信があ
when
る
or
んだ。
how.
なるほど。ニーヤンそういうタイプか。星に蓄積された膨大な記憶から必要な情報を引き出すとか、そんなやつだ。
It is probably that, just like past experiences through the other timelines or worlds or attempts or whatever, kind of just feed into us now to try and create an even better ending.
完全に裏方じゃねえか。まあ役に立つならいいけど、一応ソフィーに聞いた方がいいな。
Oh, like she'll say anything about it.
困った時の異世界人ですな。
答えてくれねえ気もするけど。
てか、もし本当ならやばくない？殺人犯の仲間になるとか。
And the crazy flip-flop story was bound to pop up at some point, right?
まあ、俺の妄想かどうかの確認もしたいな。 ゴーストが魔眼のユーザーである証拠をつかみたい。
確かに証拠は必要だけど。危ないことだけはしないでね。
Oh, cool. She was listening in. Unless we're just really fucking loud and she could hear us at the other end of the restaurant. Cujo must have been listening to our conversation while waiting tables, since she says that to me as she walks past. I admit this is a dangerous proposition, but
飛び込まないことには進展しないしな。
that is true.
それはそうだけど。
I mean, we technically had some near-death experiences in episode 2, and those near-death experiences got us all the answers we needed at the time.
高坂先輩の力、魅了だよな。まあ、先輩に話してみないとだけどな。
うちのリーダーには
Honestly, we actually really do need to learn her powers in order to make this work.
リーダー？ああ、ユキか。
さすがに勝手に決めちゃまずいっしょ。
Unless she's here and she's just been eating her parfait somewhere or enjoying it and she could just hear us because we're so fucking loud.
なんか止められそうな気がするんだよな。
正義のヒーローって雰囲気だったから、そういう小細工好きじゃなさそうな感じはあるね。
まあ、話がまとまった段階で話すか。できるかどうかもわかんないわけだし。
I mean, it sounds fun. It sounds really interesting, actually. I'm kind of on board with it, just because of how fucking insane it could be.
それもそっか。
とりあえず先輩だな。
さっきみやこ先輩も言ってたけど、無茶しないでよ。
Yeah, if you kind of think about it, we're kind of doing the same shit that Sora was doing in episode 2, and, well, I mean, that's kind of already happened. She went out there and did something just a wee bit dangerous and got in trouble for it.
わかってる。
Nodding, I suck on my straw. Is Ghost really the Evil Eyes user? Yes. I need to find out if this epiphany of mine is true or not. I really hope I have awoken to my power and that's why I know. But it doesn't quite feel like I'm using an artifact. Yeah, what is our artifact? Is it like a bone in our body or something? Gripped by indecision, I stare at my phone for a good 10 minutes. I want to send Kosaka senpai a message, but I don't know how to start the conversation. Can I even trust her? If I ask for her help and it turns out that she's actually loyal to Rig Veda, well, our relationship with them is going to get even worse. If they feel threatened, they might even go after Sora or Cujo. I don't want to put them in danger. Now, I've got to tread carefully here. The problem is...
器用に駆け引きできるタイプじゃねえしな。
And yet you're the one who suggested it. Why would you suggest it if you're terrible at it? Guess I just gotta go for it. I'll put my faith in Kosaka senpai's words. I'll believe she's as suspicious of Rig Veda as she says. So what are we gonna say? Are you free right now? Mind if we chat for a bit? Alright, I broke the ice. This is around the time that most people take a bath, so I figured she wouldn't reply right away, but I see the red message checkmark appear pretty quickly. Was she waiting the whole time for me to contact her again? Nah, that's probably just my ego talking. I gaze at my screen waiting for a reply. I'm free. The moment I read her reply... Oh, hello, Sophie. What up?
Oh.
The space above my table warps and a stuffed animal with a rather peculiar design appears in midair. This is Sophicia, our helper from a parallel word. I want to say it's Sophicia, not Sophidia. That just sounds weird. How was I pronouncing it in previous videos? See, this is how much I fucking forget. This is why I just gotta like record one after the other, or else, you know, this shit just happens. She claims that she's actually a super cute, super beautiful woman, but we have no way of knowing since all we can see is her stuffed animal avatar. Looks aside, she's got a caustic tongue, so I wouldn't really say she's cute.
何か用か?
I put my phone down on the table and turn to Sophie. She heaves a languid sigh.
用がなかったら来ないわよ。
Oh, how I've missed her. Yeah, she's not even remotely cute.
で、なんだよ。
質問があるの。
Oh yeah?
質問？
何か変わったことは？
変わったこと？
I tilt my head quizzically. There's been enough strange things the past few days that I don't even know what qualifies anymore.
アーティファクトだの、ユーザーだの、石化事件だの、火事だの。
I think she's
最
asking
近
for
は変
more
わったことばっかり
specifics.
だけど。
Like, beyond that.
その中でも特に変わったことよ。 あえて聞いてるんだからそれくらいわかるでしょ。察しが悪いわね。
悪かったな。別に特に変わったことなんて。ああ、いや。
Yeah, we got one thing here. We got something we can bring up.
あるの？
ある。俺も聞こうと思ってたんだった。
聞かせて。
俺がおかしい。
それのどこが変わったことなのよ。
Oh, come
お
on.
ま
What is with
Yeah.
these jabs,
も
man?
っと具体的に。そんな言い方をするってことは、確証はないけど確信があるってことね。
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain that you have a lot of, like a strong feeling that you have the correct answer without being able to provide shit for it.
そう。まさにそれだ。リグベーダの誰かが魔眼のユーザーかもって、初めて会った時に思った。けどまず怪しむなら、あの司令官ってやつだ。あいつは魔眼のユーザーを擁護してたし、目の周りにスティグマが浮かんでいた。
Oh,
あ
but
からさまに怪しい。
that was all just a lie, a big old
それな
lie
のに
to deter
俺は
us.
ゴーストってやつが魔眼のユーザーだって確信してる。
もう少し観測させてちょうだい。何か分かったら教えてあげる。
If anything, it's becoming more and more obvious that this is like an actual thing going on for
なん
him.
かこ
無意識で処理した情報が直感として現れる。バカにできないわよ、あながち。
That is true.
もっとも直感に確信
We've all
を持
gone
つと
through
いう
it.
のも変な話ね。あなたが所持しているアーティファクトに心当たりがないわけではないのよね。
Yeah, don't worry, I'm getting some guesses too.
う。そうなの？
それまでいい子にして待ってなさい。
Sophie and I here, or I guess Sophie and the reader, the viewer, whatever, us, we're like the observers here.
いい子って。
Even so, Sophie has a lot more answers than we think here.
じゃあね。
Great talk. Gained a lot from it. Sophie waves her diminutive hand at me and then vanishes through a tear in space. So there's something inexplicable about my actions, huh? Does that mean my artifacts shit. Does that mean my artifact's finally awoken? Or maybe it's been active for a while now? It's kind of unsettling not knowing what's going on with me.
あ、やべ。
Yeah, we gotta respond. I totally forgot I was texting with Senpai. I hurriedly apologized for leaving her on red for so long despite being the one to start the conversation and then send the question I was going to ask earlier. Do you agree with Rig Veda's goals, Senpai? This time she replies instantly. There's none of the hesitation I saw this morning. Both my other self and I wish to see a world where users don't have to hide who they are to live a peaceful life, but we don't approve of killing innocent people to achieve that goal. I realize Commander was just role-playing when he said that, but that doesn't change the fact that he tried to use his powers on you. I despise violence. If the others are planning on creating a world where violence is an acceptable solution, then I don't think I can stay in Rig Veda. That is completely fair. That is a huge wall of text. Just how fast can this girl type? Unless she had that like ready to go and like she was kind of just waiting for us to like ask the question. Maybe she just likes talking. Well, in that case, it might be better if I call her. I'm not that good at talking over text. Sora has told me a few times that my messages come across too curt and make me sound angry. Anyway, I'm relieved Senpai's of the same mind as we are. And that's precisely why I don't want to give her the wrong impression. I have decided to trust Senpai, so there's no harm in talking over the phone. I don't know if that's going to go over well. Would it be alright if I called you? There's something I want your help with. As always, the red message checkmark appears instantly. But minutes pass and there's no reply. Now that I think about it, she's probably just as wary of me as I was of her, especially with her normal personality here, the shy one. I probably should have taken things slower. Man, I'm really not cut out for this kind of stuff. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm capable of talking just yet. That is okay.
だよな。
We can still get some information across through text, I'm sure. I expected her to turn me down. Though it's a shame, I guess this is proof that Kosaka Senpai doesn't have any intention of tricking me. She would have agreed right away if she did. Her backing off is proof that she's still conflicted. She's debating whether she wants to stay with Rig Veda or join us. If this is all an act, then she's one hell of an actor. Just as I finish my analysis, she sends a follow-up message that throws off all my reasoning. I'm not good with guys. Sorry. As I said earlier, this is something we learned in episode 2. She's not good with guys. She's not good with guys? Even though she walks to school with a harem of dudes every morning? Well, that's because of the 2 personality thing. Come on. That doesn't make any sense. Actually, wait, the first time we saw her, she looked pretty uncomfortable with all the attention. She also mentioned her other self in one of her earlier messages. I don't think that's just role-playing. She might really have multiple personalities. Is that because of her power? Or was she like that from the start? Well, whatever. That's not important right now. Gotcha, text it is. Truth is, there's something I'm planning and I need your help. I decided to tell her everything through text. I explained that I want Senpai to join our group, but that if she does that, her former comrades in Rig Veda will probably turn hostile towards her. I go on to say that I don't want to put her in danger, so I'm thinking of infiltrating Rig Veda instead. And that I'm actually looking for proof that Ghost is behind the petrification incident, so that I want to pretend to be their comrades for a while. Would you be willing to help me? I throw in that last message at the end of my long explanation, and then we close our phone and throw it out the window. Just as I'm about to tell her that she doesn't need to reply right away and that she can take her time thinking about it, she sends me her response. So what will it be? On second thought, I think we should talk over the phone. I might not be able to communicate too well, but can I call you? This is a bit of a sudden change. I guess this means that she trusts me a little now? I consider telling her sure, but then I decide it'll be faster to just call her myself and hit the call button. Oh, here we go. Which personality are we getting, though? I bring my phone up to my ear. The ringing noise continues. She's not picking up. She's not picking up. Come on, pick up already. Wait, is she ignoring me? Oh? The ringing finally stops, and I hear someone on the other end of the line. The faint sound of breathing tickles my ear. Okay, it's her normal personality. Cool. Okay, we're actually gonna end the episode here. I am out of time, but I think we got pretty far here. I think this was a good first episode. Ignore this save. I was just I was testing something, but no, this was good. This was a good first episode, I feel. And their first video part, god damn it. I'm sorry. Coming off of Higurashi, those different games are called chapters, and they all tie in together, obviously. They go in order, you play them in order. Here, these are all called episodes. So I can't use the term episodes when I'm referring to my videos. So fuck me, right? No, this was a good one. I did enjoy this, and I do have to admit, 9 isn't necessarily like the game where, like, in the back of my mind I'm thinking, oh man, I can't wait to get home and play more of that 9 and see what the fuck is going on. But it's more like, yeah, it's a fun one to jump into nonetheless. So I don't want to burn myself out too easily because I feel like I can. It's not too crazy of a story or game for me to like really want to keep on jumping into. But it's one that I still want to get back into, you know, here and there after I finish an episode. Give it a little bit of time and then properly re-enter it and enjoy it as fully as I can. I hope that all makes sense. No hate for the game in any sort of way or anything like that. I don't want to give the wrong idea there, but no, it is good to be back. And I am pleasantly surprised with how much fun I enjoyed this first recording session. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm excited to resume everything here. If there's anything that I sort of like missed in my, I guess, recovery stage here of 9, please let me know in the comments. I'll read everything that I get here to try and get back into the gist of things. Thank you all for watching this one. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe so you guys are ready to go for more of that 9, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.